Hey guys!
Alright folks, we're here today to check out the latest video from Amon Amarth, not their latest song. The Great Heathen Army had one of my favorite all-time tracks from Amon Amarth, and this is it. Saxons and Vikings.
Really? It's an all-time favorite track?
Oh yeah. For me, like, this song is like the greatest thing to come out of that record.
Oh, well...
It's not. I know that's not a hard thing to do.
That's not a hard thing.
But this song is one of my, like, it's
a really good song.
If I had to pick, like, my all-time 5 favorite Amon Amarth songs, this one would be in my top 5.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Dude,
what's the top 5 looking like, though?
Pursuit of Vikings is number 1. Twilight of the Thunder Gods, probably number 2. Guardians of Asgard, number 3.
Yeah. Not Drink Your Horns? Would you put Drink Your Horns? I feel like
no, Shieldwald. From they have so many great songs, but Shieldwall.
For me, Berserker, Valkyria.
That's a fucking good one too.
That one.
No, for me, Shieldwall, and then this one is number 5.
And for me, first Kill.
Fuck, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
But I think the ones that I just gave you, I think they're all
really good.
They're really good.
That's why I don't think this one fits my top 5.
For me, it's my top 5. For me, plus it's like a partnership with Saxon, like. It's Saxon and Vikings. Like, I mean, there's so many cool factors in this song that's why it takes it to in my top 5.
It is a really good song.
All right, so I'm excited to check out the video.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this.
South where Wessex bound, we shall take King Alfred's crown. It doesn't matter if he stands or flees, we will bring it to his knees. We laid waste to Mercia, we have conquered York, we ravaged all these lands without another remark. Another day, another fight. We are here to win it all. There is no truce inside. Tween Saxons and Vikings. We carry on, we will not cease. Relentless till your fall. And there is no hope for peace. Tween Saxons and Vikings.
Saxons stand in Alfred's name. We made you bleed, our land regain. Our battle cry is England free and warm. You have taken Saxon blood, you pay the price in vain. We raise our flags with pride and steel. This is the end of Danelor. We'll send you back from whence you came. You'll never conquer Wessex land. Make up bets, we're not afraid. Taste our English steel. Another day,
Oh, I love this.
Who will live and who will die? There is no hope. Another day, another fight. The battle rages on. There is no truce inside. Tween Saxons and Vikings. At Eddington the battle stands. There will be turning all. Who will rule this English land? Saxons and Vikings. Saxons and Vikings.
Wow, man. You know what this reminded me of?
What?
Uh,
Utrecht of bed and breakfast.
Utrecht of bed and breakfast.
Take
Fuck.
Alfred's crown, Mercia.
Oh yeah, Utrecht. You didn't watch the movie.
I didn't watch the Utrecht.
That's kind of
movie.
like the last season is actually the movie.
Yeah.
The movie is a follow. I mean, the last season was the last season, but then they did a movie which continues off of the last season and really finishes the whole thing off. Oh man, this is so fucking good. The video is excellent. Excellent. To have both of them, like first I was like, oh, it's just the dudes from the band and they're not even dressed like Vikings, they're just like in jeans and shit. I was like, oh, this is gonna be total balls. I was thinking, right?
Really?
That's what I was thinking when I see them walking through the
I
forest.
kind of knew that there was gonna be.
Then I see the guys coming from behind. I'm like, all
I
right,
kind of
all right,
knew
all
that
right.
there had to be something, and then you see the guys come from behind. I'm like, okay, now when the Saxon guys, it's gonna be their own dudes.
Yeah,
behind them.
I figured that much. But when I just saw them coming down Uppsala or whatever they were coming down there.
The Etterstup.
No, that's not the Etterstup.
No.
That was the shores of Mercia, I'm assuming. But
Yeah,
anyways.
but that's where what's it called? Was it in Vikings when they first made it to England? Like they crashed the boat or whatever the fuck, and they were all on the beach and they didn't know where they were, and then they saw like the priests and stuff and they attacked.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it was.
No, but they didn't crash there.
True.
They didn't crash there. So anyhow.
That's what it reminded me of.
Is that what it reminded me of?
Yeah.
For me, I went straight into Utrecht.
I don't know why I said Etterstup. Etterstup. Is it? Will I die with what is it? Glory or
honor?
Is this honorable? Oh yes, the Etterstup is one of the most honorable things you can do.
And then when they discovered later on that nobody died, that all the old people were living in their own village.
Some guys
Some
died.
guys died, but then the last one.
No, one of the old guys was like, "Be first, honor," and then fucking died. And then the other guy's like, "That didn't look very honorable."
I can't believe they cancel fucking Norsemen.
Did they cancel it?
Yeah, who the fuck does that?
I don't know, man. That was like Norway's greatest export since Alfie Holland.
Since
Or
black metal.
Aha.
I was gonna say since black metal.
Black
but
metal too, yeah.
fuck, man. Like, I can't believe they canceled that show. One of the fucking greatest shows on TV.
And I was really looking forward to like
Because the last season was kind of shit, so I was kind of looking forward to like.
I was looking forward to
season 4.
Season 4 continuing off of
Season 2. Yeah, because season 3 they went back to the beginning. It was a prequel.
Season 3 was a prequel that no one asked for. It's like
And nobody wanted. And it wasn't that good.
And it wasn't that good of a season. All we wanted
was the continuation of season 2.
Yes, that's all we wanted was the continuation, and they never got it.
I can't believe Netflix throws money at those shows like Down with Love and Love in the Spectrum and all of this shit. Like I'm not saying those people don't deserve love, but I don't want to see it. I want to see this shit.
That's
I don't want to see, like, I have the right not to want to see that. What I'm saying is, are those shows really bringing a lot of money to Netflix?
Yes, probably.
You think so?
You were watching it.
But then
The same. I don't want to see that when it came out.
I watched the first season.
When it came out, he was so excited.
Because it was nice to see those, they're so simple in their ways.
But it's very because
it's not that bad of a show.
No, it's not bad.
There's like 3 or 4 of them. That's what I'm saying to you. Like it's nice when
there's too many shows.
Yeah, like
it's
when
nice
there's like the novelty of watching one. Okay, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's like watching like a documentary on fucking chimpanzees. Like one is cool, but you don't want to watch 10.
Yeah.
Like how much can I learn about chimpanzees that I didn't learn in the first one?
True.
And I'm not comparing them with chimpanzees. that's not what I'm doing. But you know, you guys kind of get the point.
That show is good though because it makes you.
I think that show could have been better if Morgan Freeman was narrating it.
I don't know about that.
Fuck, he's great. Like I've watched 2 like shows about Earth, and now I've watched one about space with him there. That guy can narrate anything.
There was one of those shows where they were just like they brought a guy with Down syndrome to a ladyboy like show. I saw like this thing.
I don't know where this is going.
And he was like
tread lightly, my friend. Tread lightly.
And he was so excited because he thought they were like he thought he was going to like a normal like a strip club, right? And it was just so funny because I saw a clip online of a comedian talking about it, and then I went and searched up the clip. It was so funny because when people were telling him those are lady boys, he's like, "Don't be rude, don't be rude."
So
and then he goes there, and then he finds out, and he was so mad. Then the next act, someone came out and was dancing, and he got so happy.
You know, it's you go from 0 to a hero in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, man.
You know,
those shows are good though. I just think that Norseman definitely deserved another season.
I think
I don't know
Netflix throws money to everybody.
I don't know why you had to single out.
Okay, like the housewives of the Bollywood housewives.
There you go. The Down with Love is a cool one because it's a different.
But there's too many of them.
There's
That's
too
the
many.
problem.
Oh, but there's too many of them. But at the same time, it's a cool. It's a cool way to see how simple they want in a partner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They
it's
really
very wholesome.
Yeah.
It's very wholesome.
It is.
Right?
Is.
But those housewives, there's so many of them. Housewives of Connecticut, Real Housewives of New Orleans, I don't fucking know. Like
Atlanta.
I mean, I feel like New Orleans, Atlanta, and Baltimore, they're all one.
Yeah, there's an LA one. There's New Jersey. That's the OG.
That's the OG.
So, anyways, I just feel like there's so much money being thrown around to all of these crappy shows. A lot of them really crappy shows on Netflix.
Yeah.
Why not throw some money at Norseman? Fuck. Anyhow, back after this very long side journey
weird
here.
tangent that didn't need to happen.
It's really weird side journey
It did
here.
not need to happen.
Back to this song and back to the video. First of all, before I talk about the song, I honestly, the video started off, like I said, I was a little concerned. The guy's coming down. I'm like, okay, maybe they blew all of their budget on all of the other videos that they did on, put your back into the ore and all of that shit. And maybe Metal Blade didn't have enough money to help them out with this video. So it's like, fuck, instead of Vikings coming down, it's just us in jeans. That's what I was... yeah, like it's like, you want Vikings, and instead of Vikings, you get this. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. So I was like, I hope that's not the case.
They didn't run out of budget because you didn't see any of those like dollar store Viking helmets with the fucking horns.
Just one. So anyhow,
that was another cool thing about Norse. Sorry, that was another cool thing about Norsemen. They always made fun of that shit. Remember the bald guy who had the fucking 50-50 haircut, and he was wearing one with the horns, and he was like, "It's a fashion style. You have to go on the battlefield and be fashionable."
Dude, all right, that show is amazing.
I'm rewatching it tonight. I'm gonna rewatch it tonight.
The episodes are like 20 minutes each.
Exactly,
anyways.
like I can binge it.
So anyhow, my point being, I was worried about it. I was worried that the budget had been cut, but it wasn't. They brought all the guys that do the LARPing and shit. So they probably didn't pay them anything just to be in the video. But the cinematography of the fight scenes
was really good.
That was fucking good.
That was some Utrecht Bed and Breakfast.
That was totally Utrecht Bed and Breakfast fight scenes. Because the fight scenes in that show are fucking mint.
Dude,
I think they're better than Vikings, by the way.
Yeah, no.
I think they're better than Vikings.
But that's because Utrecht is the main character, and he has main character plot armor. Because do you remember the scene where they had the shield wall, and he just went and fucking barged through the front of the shield wall like it was nothing? That shit was awesome. Then he sliced people's like Achilles.
I know, but he has his friend who's Irish. And the other
Finnan,
guy,
yeah,
that shows him. Anyhow, so the fight
we'll watch
scene,
Utrecht of Bed and Breakfast.
The fight scene on this video, fucking mint.
Yeah.
It's fucking mint. Really well done. The fight scene on this video is aces. And I love the fact that you have them coming down through the forest. You have the Saxons coming from the beach.
From the beaches.
And then they meet, and then the two bands are there. Like, my God, whoever came up with a concept for the video.
The fighting around the guitar solos.
Yeah,
awesome.
The fights are going on and the solos is happening in the middle. Whoever came up with the concept, first of all, genius, kudos to you. And then whoever filmed this shit, unreal, really well done. The cinematography is on point.
Whoever filmed and
choreographed the fight scenes. On point.
Probably some of the background fights weren't choreographed. They're LARPers. They know what they're doing, right? They know how to fake fight. That's like their thing. But I think more of the main ones that like you got to see, Those ones were the choreographed ones, and those ones were fucking good.
They were good.
Those ones were really good.
Now, as far as the song is concerned, going back to the earlier discussion in the video, I'm not a big fan of the Great Heathen Army as an album, as you guys probably know from my review last year.
But I've also made it clear that I'm also not a fan.
I honestly really liked Berserker.
Yeah, Berserker. And
I thought that album was actually really good.
I really like Berserker, but I've always heard people say like that's not their that has not.
I'm not saying it's their greatest album ever, but it's a fucking good record. Tell me a bad song in that record. I don't think you can name a bad song in that record.
But that's why you like. I've heard people say like, "Oh, it's not that."
I was not a fan of Drums Viking. I know you are.
I like Drums Viking. Yeah.
So when I look at the last 3 records, for me, it's a little bit of an up and down. I for as much as I didn't like Drums Viking, I still feel like that one is better than the Great Heathen Army.
That one had better songs.
It had better more memorable songs.
I mean, obviously, First Kill, The Way of the Viking, Drink Your Horn. I mean, I can keep going.
Yeah.
They had not only memorable songs, but even if you were going in there and you didn't
cool riffs too on that album.
Oh, amazing, dude!
There's some cool riffs.
That's why I said First Kill's in my top 5. Not only because it was one of the first songs we heard from Amon Amarth, but it's just because the first man I killed. When I love the storytelling.
The storytelling on that. The storytelling. It's a concept album, but the storytelling on that record is really well done too. So when I look at the last 3, and I'm not gonna go back any further on their discography because for me some of their earlier records are probably their better records, but they've been around for a very long time, so there's a lot to choose. Everybody has a different favorite Amon Amarth album, but when you look at the last 3, because that's kind of like the more recent history. I don't think it's fair to compare.
Where we fell in love with the band.
And I don't think it's fair to compare the Great Heathen Army with like the Pursuit of Vikings or something like that, or going like really back.
No.
Twilight of the Thunder God.
Yams Vikings, Berserker, Pursuit of Viking.
You almost have to look at those 3 as like as the latest trilogy of them, even though they're not connected with one another.
But it's the latest 3, and they've been in a certain time difference that I think that it's okay to compare them. And it's also, we fell in love with...
Production-wise, I think you can totally compare those.
And then we also...
Perhaps more than the previous ones
we also fell in love during the Yams Viking era.
Yeah, that's when we kind of discovered... I mean, that's when the channel started.
Exactly.
So, for me, out of the 3, Berserker is the top one. Yeah. Because it's almost like a greatest hits. Every song is good. There's no bad songs.
Berserker is better.
I mean, you can argue that one is better than the other, but there's no bad fucking songs on that album.
Berserker is better than Yams Viking, but Yams Viking
is better than the Great Heathen Army.
Great Heathen Army.
And I didn't like Yams Viking.
I did.
I honestly, I didn't. I like a song here and there, but as a record,
But that's why I don't have it above of Berserker. Because Berserker, I can listen to. I can go into that and just have a trouble picking. If I had to pick one song from that album to listen to on a car ride, I'd have trouble, and to the point where I'd make it to my destination, I haven't picked a song yet. But when it comes to Yams Viking, there's the 3 that hit my mind right away, and I'm choosing one of those 3.
I'm with you on that.
Right?
But even though the storytelling on that record is excellently done.
I actually think the storytelling on Yams Viking is better than the storytelling on Berserker.
Well, Berserker is not a concept record, but what I'm saying to you,
but
the way the vocals come across in terms of how they tell the story.
It's not.
We're not talking about the storytelling in terms of the overall arching idea. I'm talking about song-wise.
Each song.
Telling the story within the song.
For example, this one, I like the storytelling in this.
But this one for me, when I heard the new album, this one jumped out immediately. First of all, to have Biff from Saxon on the track, I think is fucking cool, and it's Saxon and Viking. It doesn't get much better than this. It's such a unique song. You're probably never going to hear this song live unless they're together at the same festival.
And then there's an tour with each other.
I highly doubt it. I don't see these 2 bands going on tour with one another. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. But the crowd that listens to one band is completely different than the crowd that listens to the other. We saw Saxon opening for Judas Priest. That makes more sense, though. Yeah. That makes more sense. 2 British bands, similar in sound. It makes more sense. Coming from the same kind of era, so that is different. I think if they're playing in a festival, then there's a chance of this song being played live. But otherwise, you're probably not going to hear this song under normal circumstances. And I think it's such an iconic song. It's an iconic song from the storytelling. It's an iconic song because that storytelling for people like us that watch the shows, Vikings, Norsemen, more so Utrecht of Bed and... This is like totally Utrecht of Bed and Breakfast.
Yeah, The Last Kingdom. The
Last Kingdom, that's the name of the show, The Last Kingdom. So...
I bet you people are like, what the fuck are they... And they go and they search
Utrecht of Bed and
and they search of Utrecht of Bed and Breakfast and nothing comes up.
So anyhow, I think for folks like us that were huge fans of The Last Kingdom, this song even resonates more, right? Then you have the fact that it's a duet, like, in a really well done duet, where you have like the Viking talking from the Viking side, and then you have the Saxon talking from the Saxon side.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking cool. That's why it's in my top 5. I honestly think that this is one of their best songs ever.
It's a very interesting
Iconic.
song, and it is iconic of a song because, especially I think The Last Kingdom, us being really big fans of it, and them talking about Danelaw and all that other stuff, just kind of gets you even more into it. But having that
Harold Finehair.
fine hair.
All right.
Oh my god.
King
Who was the fat one? The fat one with the eyeliner who always betrayed people.
Oh, I can't remember
Do you know who I'm
that. I know.
talking
He
about?
converted. He became Christian.
He
remember?
became Christian, but was it fake or was it?
No. He became
actually
Christian.
became Christian.
And then he didn't like the other Vikings that were not Christian. Like he had a beef with them.
Oh, because he became a Christian Viking.
He became a Christian Viking. Then he had a beef with the other ones that were not
We're
Christian.
not Christian, yeah.
Yeah. Traitor.
I gotta rewatch that show too, man. It's been a. I mean,
He got saved a bunch of
the
times.
thing is, I was watching that show back in high school, right? So I need to rewatch it.
Yep. Now, is that guy from... I think we're confusing characters here. I don't think he's from the Kingdom. He's from the new Vikings show.
He's not.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
No, because he was like...
Fat dude, eyeliner. Fat eyeliner dude. I don't know.
Oh, maybe you're right.
What?
Oh no! Like I'm starting to get a feeling we're confusing Viking shows now. But anyways,
I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Vikings and Last Kingdom, you can really confuse certain scenes.
no, it's from the new Viking series.
Is he
not the original Viking series? The new Viking series on Netflix.
Because which one? Valhalla.
Valhalla. Yeah.
I didn't watch Valhalla, so no, he's not part of that.
Oh, you didn't watch Valhalla?
He's not.
Okay.
He's not part of that.
So he's Utrecht.
It's either he's Utrecht or he's. It's either he's Utrecht or he's later seasons of.
I think he's later seasons of Vikings.
Because I thought he was part of.
Because then he betrayed what's her name, the Shield maiden that was married to.
That was Harold Finehair. That was Harold Hardrada.
I honestly start to think we're.
That was Harold.
Okay, never mind. That guy's a douche.
That was the brothers. That was the.
Yeah.
Where it was? I think it was the brothers Harold Hardrada and the guy with the comb over.
Yeah, the other one killed him.
That Harold dude was actually he became in real life he was a king.
Yeah.
Right, but
unified the Vikings.
Unified the Vikings, which is cool as fuck. I mean, I love those Viking shows because they actually have like
some pieces of history.
Some actual pieces of history.
Unless you talk to somebody who actually studied that shit and then they tell you that everything is fucking fake.
Well, no, all of it's fake, but a lot of it's fake. But the people in it most of them were real people.
Yeah, they were just not connected with one another.
They were just not connected with one another.
And it was like Eric Leifson. He shows up in that shit, but it's like has nothing to do with it.
It has nothing to do with it. Yeah, Edge wasn't a real Viking, sadly. Sadly, he wasn't out there spearing people.
In Greenland.
He wasn't out there spearing people in Greenland. Maybe not like spearing the wrestling move, but definitely like, you know.
He was total douche in that show too. Anyhow, never mind that. I was so happy when they all started fighting with each other. And then Floki was like, fuck all you bitches, I'm going into a cave. And he survived the volcano. So anyhow, you can tell that we love watching that kind of shit. And this song to me hits home because of all of that. It hits home because of all of that. And this was a fucking incredible video. I gotta say, this is probably one of their best music videos.
Oh yeah.
And when you look at the choreography, when you look at the cinematography, like this video puts a lot of their videos like in a corner. When you put all of those pieces together, tell me another video that had this kind of a fight scene like this. Like this is really good shit.
Yeah.
You know, and the two camps colliding, fucking mint. All right, Saxons and Vikings, Amon Amarth. They're going to be touring across North America with Obituary and I believe Cannibal Corpse, something like that. But there's no Toronto show, so fuck all of you.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Every time you play here, it's sold out and there's not a fucking promoter that picks up the show for Toronto. What the fuck? Last time you guys were here, sold out history.
Exactly.
I'm like in fucking no time.
Disappointment.
I know. 'Tis a pity.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
On that note, guys, we'll be back tomorrow with more videos so you can also be disappointed
See
about
ya.
the fact that there's going to be more videos tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.